Hello everyone, Ace Hunter here, and today I'm bringing to you my game from week 6 of the LCPL tournament. My team is the Rim Raiders, and this week we're playing against the Atlantis Fomantis, and I'm facing JuanSG. So in preparation for this game, I didn't have too much specific preparation. I basically just used a team that our assistant manager Papillon built. So it's a team built with Munchlax, probably Papillon's favorite Pokemon. And so Munchlax with the Minfu plus Life Orb Grookey to hopefully break through the opposing fighting checks and win with that. The Munchlax is not cursed, it's actually Body Slam plus Facade and Earthquake. So and the Natu is Calm Mind also. So we have quite a few win cons on this team. One of the team's weaknesses is probably Tyrant, because we don't have a good check to Tyrant after it sets up. Considering our Diglett is not Scarf, not Sash, but it's a Violite. But the good thing is, the opposing Tyrant can't set up really on any of those Pokemon except for Natu, because our Coughing has Will-O-Wisp, and if it takes damage while setting up, then Grookey can Revenge Kill. So yeah, so we do see the Tyrant on JuanSG's team, and basically I kind of knew that the main my main goal would be to deny the opposing Tyrant any setup opportunity, and then I could win with, especially with the Minfu plus Grookey core, because it's only Juan doesn't have Natu, and the only fighting check is the Coughing. So yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So I started off by leading Coughing because I figured because I have Will-O-Wisp, everything here, Juan's team is almost entirely physical attackers, so Wisp is pretty free into that team. So I just decided to go straight with Coughing, not Mienfoo. It's a regular Fake Out, and I just go for a free Wisp here. Now the Minfu Burns is really good, especially for Munchlax, because after it's burned, I believe High Jump Kick does not one hit KO anymore, and that can really help it help Munchlax's longevity. And I kind of considered going for the second Wisp here, which I believe I actually did, yeah. So I kind of expect just to prevent any kind of Diglett or Tyrant switch in. My opponent did a good play and went for the safe Coughing switch in and absorbed the Wisp. Now my Coughing is really important, but his Coughing is also really important because we both have Mienfoo and Grookey. But my Coughing is not, so I kind of die to any attack here. So my thought process is, I kind of figured I had two options, so either Munchlax or Natu to switch into Coughing, also Diglett, but the Diglett didn't consider it that much, and mostly Natu or Munchlax, so both were really safe switching to Coughing. And my thought process is, there's a chance that my opponent is gonna predict me to switch into one of these and realize that going to Pawniard is actually a really safe switch in. Really safe double here, because it's either one. Pawniard is really good against either Natu or Munchlax, whichever I go to. So I decided to go for a more unusual play, one that I figured he wouldn't expect. I just went straight back to he does do the Pawniard play, and I go to Mienfoo. In hindsight, I think I was a little too excited. It might have been a misplay. I think if I had gone to Diglett, it was both safer and better, because Diglett kind of traps Pawniard entirely. You can remove Pawniard entirely, which is really good for Munchlax as well, and not to. And also, if I mispredict and Coughing stays in and Fire Blasts or Sludge Bombs, it's not that bad compared to getting Mienfoo poisoned potentially. So I was kind of excited to do the double, to do the unusual double, and didn't consider the whole situation and should have gone Diglett, but it's okay. I still got the predict right, and now as he switches out, I just go straight for the high jump kick. I considered knocking here, but I did not want to knock the Coughing in case that the Coughing is Thief, because if the Coughing is Thief, I cannot switch into it with Munchlax anymore, because it's Thief, Coughing stealing Munchlax's berry juice kind of just invalidates Munchlax for the rest of the game. So that's why I didn't go for the knock there. Now I can just U-turn out of the Coughing, which is really good to prevent any kind of doubling scenario. So Munchlax is very free here. I get poisoned here. Now my Munchlax does have Facade, but I went for the prediction that he might go Pawniard instead, and it just went for the Earthquake. I think Earthquake has a good chance to kill Pawniard. Let me check. Munchlax and Pawniard, Berry Juice, Earthquake. Yeah, it's basically a 50% chance to kill the Pawniard, so that's why I went for it. Unfortunately, my opponent went for the Mienfoo, which I could have hit really hard with Facade, but I did not. It's okay. Now my play here, I went for a Mienfoo, because I kind of felt like he might U-turn, but I didn't want to, like, you know, I didn't want to risk my Munchlax too much unnecessarily in case he knocks or something, and I didn't want to. My Coughing is relatively low and already doesn't have its Vow Light anymore, so I figured I wanted to preserve some health on that, and I just went for Mienfoo, which was good because he went for the U-turn. And now he goes for the Grookey, interestingly, which is usually loses to Mienfoo, so I wasn't too sure why he went for that. Admittedly, the Coughing was a little low, but it could have worked. So I just go for the knockoff here, and it reveals to be a Vow Light. I got a lucky crit, so we just trade knocks here. My Mienfoo's Vow Light isn't that important. I didn't consider it to be that important because it loses to Tyrant at +1 anyways, regardless of it having a Vow Light or not. But having his Grookey knocked is really good, because now I can just kill with U-turn. The only downside of having my Mienfoo's Vow Light knocked is that now Grookey's Grassy Glide does much more damage, and also I'm more likely to be trapped by Diglett. But it wasn't a concern right here because I still live the Grassy Glide. So I go for the free U-turn here, and he goes to Coughing, and now I can go Natu, and Natu is actually kind of risky to go to because Natu is the only Pokemon on which Tyrant can set up, so I have to be really careful while playing Natu to not let Tyrant come in and set up on it, because if it does, I can just straight out lose the game. Grookey, if I don't deal enough damage to Tyrant before it sets up, which Natu cannot do. So I decided to go for a double to Mienfoo here, and just to cover the potential Tyrant switch in, because even if Pawns comes in, or even if Natu kills something, like if, for example, if he sacks the Coughing, and then Tyrant comes in, I'm kind of screwed because I just lose the game. So that's why I couldn't kill the Coughing there. Fortunately, my opponent didn't realize that, and just switched the Coughing out, so it worked for me. Maybe he was just trying to stack the Mienfoo on it as well, to let the... Actually, yeah, that makes more sense. So if even if I killed the Mienfoo, Tyrant just set up and win. So now I think I just try to knock the Mienfoo here after a fake out. Okay, he goes for the U-turn, now he goes to coughing, and I go for the knock here. So now he takes the chip for the burn. Now U-turn here does not kill. I need to knock it or to high jump kick for the Mienfoo to kill the coughing. But I was kind of afraid of Diglett coming in and trapping the Mienfoo. I think it was let me check. Mienfoo, bulky pivot without a Violite against Diglett. Diglett Life Orb. I think 81. Oh, actually, I think I didn't really die here, so I don't know. I thought I did, and I went for a interesting play. I went for taunt here, just for it to take for coughing to take one more tick of burn, and now U-turn kills. So his coughing went for pain split, which was fortunate for me because now I could kill with U-turn. But even if, I think it could have risked getting Sludge Bomb poison, but even if I got Sludge Bomb poison, I would have lived. So that was the risk I was willing to take there. And now I'm in a good position again. And now I go to Grookey. In hindsight, I think Grookey was a misplay. Because now if the Diglett was Sash Sludge Bomb, I would have just lost my Grookey, which is my only Tyrant Revenge killer. So that was not very smart, but thankfully it didn't seem like he was Sash Diglett, so that was good for me. I just went back to Mienfoo, which is really reliable. And now, since he doesn't have the coughing anymore, it's really hard for him to deal with this. So he now has to pivot around to try to force it out, etc. So he goes for the U-turn into the Pawniard as I go for the Pain Split. So now Fire Blast would kill this Pawniard. But I didn't go for it because I wanted to preserve first of all I wanted to preserve the coughing for the Grookey, and also I didn't want to let him get rocks up. Yeah, I kind of forgot why exactly I wanted to. I think it was just for chip in general. Oh yeah, also because I was pretty comfortable going Natu here, because of the fact that Natu I didn't feel it to be very useful in this game. So in fact, Natu is when it hits the field, it's actually more of a liability because without Natu, there's very little chance the Tyrant sets up. But Tyrants can only set up on Natu. So this is why I was okay with risking Natu here. To try to prevent the rocks and try to go for a little bit of a greedy play. And thankfully I run into a Psycho Cut Pawniard, which is really interesting. I haven't played against one. I don't remember. Maybe I played against it once, but it's very rare for sure. If I didn't go for Natu there, it would have maybe killed the coughing. It would have killed the Mienfoo almost for sure. But so yeah, I kind of dodged a bullet there by going Natu. Hard Natu on Pawniard. There are people who don't like this play, but it's okay. It can be good from time to time. So after the Psycho Cut here, my Heat Wave does not kill here at this range, but thankfully I have Calm Mind. And also, I can't really kill this Pawniard even if I could, because if I do kill it, then Tyrant can just sweep. So I have to be really careful here. So what I decided to do, I decided to go for Calm Mind, because I didn't really care if this Natu died. And thankfully he tried to predict a Mienfoo switch in or something, or a U-turn, because he went for rocks, and it turned out really good for me because I was basically just kind of sacking the Natu, and he kind of over predicted there, and gave me a huge advantage with the rocks. Now my Natu's Heat Wave at +1 kills the Pawniard from this range. But if I kill the Pawniard, Natu isn't boosted enough to kill Berry Juice Tyrant from full. And I didn't want to kill Pawniard at this range because if it was Berry Juice Tyrant, then I would lose on the spot again, because I can't After the Psychic, it recovers to full and then just sweeps through my entire team without Grookey being able to a revenge kill. So I decided to go for a second Calm Mind, and my opponent actually Sucker Punches. So with the second Calm Mind, now now my Psychic can one-hit KO Berry Juice Tyrant. So that's really good. And if it's a Violite, it can just deal a lot of damage to it while it sets up, and Grookey can revenge kill. So that was the thought process. Unfortunately, I thought I would live the Sucker Punch, but apparently not, because I just decided to go for the Heat Wave here, and I get directly killed by the Sucker Punch. But it's okay, because my initial plan was to let the Natu die anyways. So it didn't change much. And actually on this play, I think I should have gone to Diglett again to trap the Poniard. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe because I thought the Mienfoo was a really good, my opponent didn't have a Mienfoo switch in, so it was pretty safe. But unfortunately, I didn't consider the fact that after Sucker Punch, the opposing Diglett, if it's Life Orb, it can just trap my Mienfoo. So that was really unfortunate. Now I lost my Mienfoo, which ideally didn't happen, because then my Mienfoo is still really hard to switch in for him. But it's okay. But now I can go to Grookey, and Grookey faces same kind of situation, and his only switch in is like nothing can take 2 hits from Grookey basically. So he does a little bit of pivoting here. Tries to stall out some terrain. He goes for Grookey. It still dies to 2 Grassy Glides. I take 1 Grassy Glide, no big deal. And I kill his Grookey, and I think he goes back to Mienfoo, I believe. Yeah. And I just had to switch out here because after I fake out, the terrain wears out and I can't kill it anymore. So I try to save the Grookey for later, as he goes for the U-turn, which was a good prediction. And now he goes to Diglett. Now I can't really risk my Grookey here because my Grookey is so low, and Grookey is like basically the win con at this point. So I just decided to sacrifice the Munchlax. Which I ended up doing, and then we'll see some just some stalling with Berry Juice, but in the end I just want to break the substitute before I die. So that's pretty easy for me to do because I'm slower. So he just kills my Munchlax, and now I have a pretty comfortable into Grookey again. And Glide kills Diglett. Now Mienfoo comes in. I go for the Protect on okay. I thought he would fake out, but he went for the U-turn. Grassy Glide actually kills from this range, but because of the burn, he can't recover more health with grassy terrain. So I was okay to just go for a Protect there. And now Grassy Glide kills, and thankfully with knockoff plus Grassy Glide, I can kill the Tyrant and prevent it from setting up. So if it sets up, it dies to Grassy Glide, which it ends up happening. Even if he went for direct attack on the Grookey, then I could have gone Coughing to go for the Wisp, and if he killed the Coughing, then the terrain runs out, and Diglett can just kill the Tyrant with Earthquake. So that was the game. The game was I honestly really happy with how I played this game. I think maybe I was in a good mood and had a good night of sleep before, and I think I played probably my best play of my best playing skill wise of the tournament. I'm really proud of it, and hopefully I can carry this carry the same mentality to the LCPL playoffs. So this is it for this week. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.